Um, I just want to take a moment. I might get a little emotional, but I don't know. It's life, such as life. So, new addition to the family. Very happy. Um, I waited a long time. I waited a long time, and to be able to look in somebody's eyes and look back and see somebody that looks like you or is like you is it's just it's important. It's a way you feel a connection. It's been a rough couple days, guys. Finally, finally, I wanted. Most of you know my situation, and I really wanted my wife to have it for me by Christmas. So it could be for Christmas. But a couple of days later, and it took her some time, and it's been rough. But let me switch, go over to the crib. Guys, finally, I want you to say welcome to the newest addition of my family, Black Santa. I just need Tim's, an 8-ball jacket, and a Yankee fitted, and he'll be good to go. Yeah, you already know, baby. We back with another one from the hoods to the woods, man. That Black Santa, yo. Listen, I'm gonna give you the backstory on that. I always wanted to have a Black Santa, right? Always wanted to have a Black Santa. So boom, wife finally got it. At that time, like the wife was like 9 months pregnant. We were really expecting the baby, and all my friends and family and stuff on Facebook kept hitting me up. Yo, when's the baby coming? Yo, I hit him with the Black Santa, bro, and it was bad, man. It was bad. They were like, yo, you got me, B. I thought you had the baby. I thought Leanne had the baby. Rah, rah, rah. I got you. And they were like, I thought I actually saw a tear shed. I thought I actually saw you shed a tear. Come on, baby. I like to thank the Academy. I'm going to tell you the story about what had happened when we had the baby. All right. So, boom. I'm going to give you the backstory. Leanne's 9 months pregnant, and everybody's like, it's coming soon, right? There's a snowstorm coming. So they're like, yo, the baby's going to come during the snowstorm. Like, they keep saying, like, oh, the midwife says she delivered mad babies, like, when the snowstorm comes. Like, that's like a trigger, the barometric pressure, So, boom. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be cool. So let's see. So I come home. They had the doctor's appointment, and my mother-in-law lives with me. Nana, that's the mother-in-law. She lives with me, so she's like, you know what you got to do, right? And I'm like, oh, what do you mean, Nana? Like, what are we talking about? She's like, you know what you have to do. And I'm thinking in my head, I know she's not telling me to go bust it down. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Bust it down. When you have sexual intercourse with a girl till all she want to do is lay down and sleep. Oh my God, do you see Brittany's skirt? I want to bust it down so bad. No rubber? Hell yeah. That's
I'm not doing it. All right? I'm not breathe easy. I'm not doing it. Okay? So I'm like, all right, let me relax. She's like, you know what you have to do. So I hit up my girl Erica. I'm like, yo, Erica. They're telling me, Erica got a couple kids. So that's why she's the one I hit up. You know what I'm saying? To let me know, yo, what's the deal? So E's like, yo, you know what you got to do. I'm like, E, I can't do it because the mother-in-law lives in the house. Her bedroom's like 15 feet from mine. Like, oh, I don't hear nothing. That's what she said. Oh, nah, I don't hear nothing. I call E. He's like, yo, you got to do it. You got to do it. He's in the gym when I hit her up. And I'm like, yo, I should just give her the henny dick and scar her for life. And I'm sorry. Jesus, take me now. But nah. Anyway, bottom line is I decided not to do that. Whatever. We breathe easy. We take a minute. And my wife is like, I think it's a Saturday, right? So she's like, yo, I think it's time. Like, it's getting close to time. I don't know if you know this, but I live in the woods, right? Like, so the hospital's like 20 minutes away. I'd say 20 minutes away. Her sister lives 4 minutes from the hospital. So she's like, yo, let's go to my sister's house, post up, and see what's going on. So I said, all right, let's go over there. So we go over there, taking it easy, relaxing. So she's looking at me. She's like, yo, I think it's time. So I'm like, yeah, you think it's time? So we go over there. We go to the hospital. So listen, I'm from New York, right? So like the world's best doctors and stuff, I feel like, are there. Like if I was going to be the best at something, I would go to LA, New York, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm going, baby. Like that's where it's at. Like that's, or you know, that's where it's at. That's where the best of the best is. So I'm going over there. So whatever. Now I'm in. I don't want to give you the name of the town, but I'm in Pike County. I'm in. I'm in the woods, B. So it ain't like, I mean, I know doctors are good no matter what. Like you wouldn't be a doctor if you didn't graduate. You should. I know, and yo, man, respect to all the what do they call them? The first responders and the nurses and all of that business. My nieces, well, Vanessa, big shout out, bro. You take care of everybody. So there's no disparaging any kind of medical professional here, right? So I just want to get that out of the way. So I'm in the hospital, and we pull up, and you think it's gonna be like in the movies where you pull up, skirt, skirt, and you're like, oh, it's the we're having a baby, and everybody they come out, they bring the wheelchair, she's going through it, they take you up, whatever. So we walk in, it's all good. There's a young kid, man. He's like maybe in his 20s, and I'm like, yo, my wife's having a baby, and he's like, yo, fill out this paperwork. Right? So I'm like, yo, Leanne's like a soldier and whatnot. So like, I don't worry if she's holding it down. She's like, I know she's going through it, but I don't know she's going through it. Like he don't know she's going through it because it's all good, right? So, bang, fill out the paperwork. Leanne, I'm like, yo, Leanne, where do we go? Where do we go? I'm all confused and shit because I'm gonna tell you, with the first baby, we went to all the classes, baby. We went to Lamaze shit and the shit, the breathe, the he, who, all that, the breathing, all of that business. So we went to all of that. But with the second baby, it's like, I don't know, we didn't really go. I mean, I love you, Scarlett. Take me now. But we didn't go through all of that. It just wasn't like it was. You know, we just took it easy, baby. So, whatever. So we go upstairs. We ring the bell on the maternity thing. They answer on the thing. They say, we're sending somebody out. The lady comes out. She says, yo, we got to take Leanne and take her for a COVID test. Post up over here in this little waiting room and shit. Post it up.
To chill or stand at a spot, like a club or a street corner, etc., to claim a spot. The term comes from drug dealers on street corners, like light posts and street posts. Wait, hold on. And street posts, and there you have it, posted up. Yo, let's post it up right there where all the hotties are with the big booties.
And then, like, when the time comes, we'll call you. So I go up in there. There's nobody in there. It's mad like 80s in there. Like a Pro Scan TV or something. Not no flat screen or nothing. You ever been in one of those motels where like every door is on the balcony? Like you're on the balcony, there's a door, and then like your window, and then there's another door to somebody else's shit. And they got that little heater that you turn up that's like a one thing, it does hot and cold. Yo, it was bad, bro. It was dumb hot in there. The Equalizer was on with Queen Latifah. Yo, shout out to Queen Latifah. Equalizer was on. So I took that moment and I hit up like my dad's chat. Like I got this dad's chat on this social media thing. It's like dads helping dads. I took a picture and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? My daughter about to be born in the waiting room. Post it up. You know what I'm saying? Taking it easy. I'm in there. I'm chilling. I'm posted up. I'm feeling the energy from the dads. Like, right? Like, they're like, yo, it's going to go down for you. Best day of your life. Rah, rah, rah. So I'm like, yeah, this is great, man. I'm living. I'm living. Like, this is good. So the lady comes out, comes back. She comes to get me. She's like, yo, you better hurry up. I'm like, hurry up what? She's like, it's going down. And I'm like, it's going down? And she's like, yeah, hurry up. So bang, I'm walking through the maternity ward. I hear mad women like screaming, like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to imitate screaming like a woman, but whatever. So we get over there and Leanne's posted up, chilling, standing up. So the nurse looks at me and I'm like, yo, bang. I need 6 washcloths, 3 wet, 3 dry, a cup of water, straight water, room temperature, and a cup of water with ice water. She looks at me like something's wrong. Listen, I watched enough ER to know that, you know, this is a traumatic experience. I've been through the first one. Look, between me and you, I practically gave birth to Rob. Not gave birth physically, in the physical form. But if he had been born in the train station, like the way I coaxed it out, like we'll talk about that later. But like the way I personally was like, yo, no disrespect to the doulas out there, yo. The doulas, the midwives, the people that really put that work, the doctors, but like the midwives, they really put that work in. So wife wanted to get a doula. Shout out to Wu-Tang. Like, she get a doula. I'm like, how much is it? She's like 400 or 500. I'm like, yo, you don't need that. I'm like, yo, what does she do? She's like, yo, she wipes my forehead and is like, yo, you could do it, and gives me water. I'm like, bro, I could do that. So anyway, when it came to Robbie, I did that successfully. Anybody you ask in the streets that was there will tell you I did that. So bang, I did that. So it's come the second baby. She knew I was down for the cause. So I'm in there. I'm in tragic mode. I'm in crisis mode. Like, it's happening. So Leanne's standing up. So the midwife comes in. I done seen her like 7 times in my life. Like, she comes in. She's like, there's like 5 other women having babies tonight. Right? Like 5. And she's like, but I think Leanne's going to go now. And I'm like, what do you mean go now? She's like, go now, like I'm going to stay with you. So I'm like, bang, I'm down. So Leanne's standing up. So she's like, yo, bend down right here. I want to check and see if the head's popping out. So she puts her hand down. Bang. She's like, yo, the head's popping out. Get ready. I said, get ready for what? She said, squat down. I said, what, get my eagle on?
Get your eagle on. What we are referring to is the spread eagle position. The dance for the Get Your Eagle On song requires a female to get low and spread her legs as wide as she can. Drop down and get your spread eagle on, biatch. Hey ho, get on your back and get your... That's horrible.
She said, yeah, squat down. So I squat down. She said she's going to do it right here. So I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. So, bang, we're waiting for it to happen. So Leanne's pushing true champion, soldier, warrior type shit. Like Leanne out there. So she's like, yo, it's not happening, standing up. So we have Leanne sit down, like on her side. So a couple minutes pass, and it's like, yo, I think it's time. And I'm like, time for what? She's like, time for you to get ready. So I'm like, all right. So Leanne's over there, spread eagle, right? So I'm like, all right. So the midwife looks at me, and she's like, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to help your wife. I said, what do you want me to do? She said, don't drop it. I said, okay. So Leanne's down. She's telling Leanne to push. I'm in position, baby. I'm ready to catch this thing. I'm seeing wounds. I'm seeing wounds. So the baby, the head comes out. Bang. So she's holding Leanne's leg back. The baby shoots out. The head, I grab it. I don't know if you ever seen that episode of Martin where the baby shot out. He grabbed it. Bang. He rolled around. He hit it with the towel. Bang. He gave it to whoever. It was just like that. I caught her. Bang. She wasn't even crying. They wiped her off. They put her on Leanne. It was one of the best things ever, man. I seen the little girl, and I was good. Like, I was good. And I thought it was over. And then, like, comes the rest of the stuff. Like, the rest of the stuff. I'm not going to go into detail. But at the time, when the doctor or whoever was stitching her back up, between me and you, told her put an extra stitch in there for me. You know, she's going through too. I mean, all respect to those who've gone through too, and whatever. Put an extra stitch in there for me. So, bang, the baby came out. Everything was all good, man. I felt good being in the woods. I felt like the doctor did me right. Nobody did me dirty. It was good. And I just wanted to tell you guys how it went down. Thanks for tuning in. I'll give you another episode, man. I just want to tell you I'm dumb happy. Had a baby. Wasn't a black Santa. Was half black. Everything's all good. Hood to the woods. Check in all the time. Check in, check out. I'll see you one day, baby. See you in the streets. Have a good night. One.